The introduction of any discussion on the topic decoding the mysteries of Revelation is the end near, sets the stage by defining what is meant by revelation. In theological terms, Revelation refers to the last book of the Christian Bible, which is attributed to John the Apostle. It is a prophetic text filled with vivid imagery and symbolism, foretelling the ultimate triumph of good over evil and the end of the world as we know it. This book has historically sparked widespread fascination and debate due to its apocalyptic nature and the cryptic language used to depict future events. Setting the context of Revelation is essential because it provides the foundation for understanding the rest of the discussion without grasping the historical, cultural, and religious backdrop of this text. One risks misinterpretation. Revelation was written during a time of persecution for early Christians, serving both as a source of hope and as a cryptic critique of the Roman Empire. Understanding this context is crucial for interpreting its messages and assessing claims about the prophecy relating to contemporary events. One specific example that illustrates the significance of this point is the wide spectrum of interpretations of the mark of the beast. Historically, this phrase has been tied to various symbols of political and economic control, from the Roman Empire's influence to present-day fears about digital surveillance or microchipping. Another example is the depiction of the Four Horsemen, which some interpret as symbolizing war, famine, pestilence, and death, often related to current global crises. These interpretations highlight the enduring relevance and adaptability of Revelation's symbols to different eras and circumstances. Opinions supporting the importance of context in understanding Revelation emphasize that this book serves as an allegory rather than a linear roadmap. Scholars and theologians argue that its primary purpose is to inspire faith and perseverance among believers rather than to predict specific future events. However, this view faces challenges from literalist interpretations, which see Revelation as a precise forecast of the end times, often leading to controversial claims about contemporary global events as prophetic fulfillments. Ultimately, the context of Revelation influences other aspects of the discussion about its mysteries and their implications. By appreciating the historical and cultural background, one can navigate the complexities of interpretation and understand the broader philosophical and theological debates about the nature of prophecy and the end of the world. Recognizing these nuances allows for a more informed and balanced exploration of whether the end truly is near. Understanding the symbolism and imagery in the book of Revelation is crucial for deciphering its complex messages, and it serves as one of the main keys to interpreting whether the prophecies suggest that symbolism in Revelation is used extensively, incorporating vivid imagery and metaphorical language to convey spiritual truths and prophetic visions. This technique includes representations like the seven seals, the four horsemen, and the beast, all of which are rich in layered meanings that aim to transcend literal interpretation and provoke deeper reflection on spiritual, moral, and historical themes. The significance of understanding symbolism and imagery in Revelation lies in its ability to reveal the underlying messages about divine justice, the struggle between good and evil, and the ultimate triumph of righteousness. By decoding these symbols, readers can better grasp the eschatological themes that pose profound questions about the future of humanity and the cosmos. This interpretative process is vital for theologians, scholars, and believers seeking to comprehend the implications of these apocalyptic visions. Two specific examples illustrate this point. The imagery of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, depicting conquest, war, famine, and death, serves as a metaphor for enduring existential threats. These images prompt readers to consider ongoing global challenges and reflect on the human condition. Similarly, the symbol of the beast represents oppressive systems and forces, stimulating discussions about power dynamics, tyranny, and resistance. Supporters of this symbolic approach argue that Revelation's imagery speaks to eternal truths rather than providing a literal roadmap for the end times. However, challenges and controversies arise with this interpretive method. Critics suggest that such symbolism can be ambiguous, leading to varied and sometimes conflicting interpretations. This interpretive flexibility can incite debates among denominations and scholars regarding the true meaning and implications of Revelation's visions. Understanding the symbolism and imagery in Revelation not only enriches our comprehension of the text, but also influences other aspects of the main topic. The concept of the seven seals originates from the book of Revelation in the Christian Bible. It describes a series of symbolic events that are revealed as each seal is opened on a scroll in a prophetic vision experienced by John of Patmos. These events are often interpreted as stages of prophecy that will unfold as the world progresses towards the end times. The seven seals encompass a range of apocalyptic phenomena, including war, famine, death, and cosmic disturbances, culminating in the ultimate revelation of God's plan for humanity. The significance of the seven seals lies in their pivotal role in eschatological studies, offering a framework for understanding the progression and stages of the end times. This segment of Revelation provides insight into the trials and tribulations believed to herald the second coming of Christ and the ultimate judgment. For many believers, deciphering these symbols offers a roadmap to prepare spiritually for what they perceive as impending divine judgment. In terms of real-world applications, some interpret the first four seals, often referred to as the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, as symbolic of recurring global crises, conquest, war, famine, and death that have historically shaped human civilization, and continue to resonate in modern geopolitics. For instance, the perception of ongoing conflicts and natural disasters as signs of these prophecies inspires many believers to focus on spiritual readiness and moral living. Additionally, contemporary discussions on climate change and its potential catastrophic impact are sometimes seen through the lens of the environmental upheavals depicted in these seals, offering a spiritual dimension to ecological concerns. Opinions supporting the importance of the seven seals often come from theologians and church leaders who view these prophecies as a call to faith and repentance. They argue that understanding these revelations encourages believers to remain vigilant and committed to their spiritual journey. However, the interpretation of the seven seals is not without its challenges and controversies. Skeptics and scholars often argue that these are symbolic narratives meant to provide hope and moral guidance rather than literal predictions of the future. Furthermore, various denominations and theological perspectives disagree on the timelines and specifics of these events. The analysis of the seven seals connects deeply with broader discussions of Revelation as a whole, influencing interpretations of other apocalyptic symbols and events, such as the rise of the Antichrist and the final battle of Armageddon. Together, they form a comprehensive narrative that questions whether humanity is nearing the prophesied end and what that ultimately means for the faithful and the world at large. Decoding the role of the Antichrist and the beast is central to understanding the apocalyptic themes within the book of Revelation. The Antichrist is often perceived as a singular figure of ultimate evil who opposes Christ, while the beast, typically symbolic of oppressive political systems, manifests similar malevolent power. Revelation portrays them as central villains in the cosmic battle between good and evil, essential to the unfolding narrative of the end times. The significance of the Antichrist and the beast in discussing whether the end is near lies in their symbolic representation of ultimate evil and chaos in the world. These figures are crucial for interpreting prophetic warnings and signs of the end times, as their emergence is traditionally viewed as a precursor to the second coming of Christ and the final judgment. This point is pivotal in the broader topic of apocalyptic literature because it directly connects to the expectations and interpretations of imminent eschatological events. Historically, figures like Nero and Hitler have been considered embodiments of the Antichrist due to their tyrannical rule and persecution of the church. Such interpretations illustrate how the concepts of the Antichrist and the beast have been applied to real-world figures who were seen as threatening the moral and spiritual fabric of the world. Similarly, in modern times, oppressive regimes or global organizations that promote anti-Christian values are occasionally labeled as the beast, serving as a cautionary reminder of the potential for evil to gain power. Opinions supporting the relevance of these symbols often come from theological circles that view them as warnings to remain vigilant against spiritual and moral corruption. Believers are encouraged to discern the signs of the times and to uphold their faith in the face of perceived evil. However, challenges arise with these interpretations. Critics argue that labeling individuals or regimes as the Antichrist can lead to fear-mongering and oversimplification of complex geopolitical situations. Additionally, there are alternative viewpoints that see these figures not as literal individuals, but as metaphorical representations of recurring human failings and societal chaos. The role of the Antichrist and the beast also connects to other elements of Revelation, such as the seal and trumpet judgments and the ultimate battle at Armageddon. These connections highlight the interwoven narrative of warning, judgment, and redemption fundamental to the book's message. Understanding these roles aids in deciphering the broader signs of the apocalypse and the moral lessons they impart.